Discussion today is to talk about the laws that govern problems with real estate and construction, defects, and then talking about the general fund and the reserve fund and the importance of these funds. So from a legal perspective, as a practicing real estate lawyer, I'm going to talk to you about the laws in Dubai. For a defect to be regarded as old, it must have been latent, and a latent defect is one which cannot be observed by an external inspection of the goods, or which would not be apparent to the ordinary man, or which could not be discovered by any person other than an expert, or which could only be apparent on testing. Why is it important to distinguish between patent and latent? The reason it's important is that I have a 10-year limit to bring my claim when it comes to defects, right? We just learned that together. But if it's a patent defect, that's fine. I should have seen it. I should have brought the claim in 10 years. But what if it's a latent defect that I could never notice? Then I can argue that my 10-year period gets extended by when I actually noticed it. And that is the critical thing about patent and latent. It comes down to professional engineering expertise and expert reports to prove whether it was patent or latent in litigation or arbitration. So in conclusion, Dubai has progressed and developed at an impressive rate. We saw the pictures between Dubai in the 90s and Dubai now and what it may be in the future. But the speed of construction during the boom has been a problem. There have been construction problems. There are defects I know about, which I'm sure some of you know about, which haven't come out yet, but I think they will with time. The elements in Dubai, extreme heat and sandblasting from the desert, age buildings more rapidly than in cooler climates. Projects that were halted during the financial crisis have had years of exposure to such elements. This may have degraded the construction to an extent that remedial works are required even before the construction can be restarted. These are for projects that have been cancelled and are being restarted again, so that's an issue as well. In the Middle East, there's another issue. There's the issue of not being as familiar with paying maintenance and service charges as there may be in other jurisdictions. So when I buy something, well, I just paid for it, it's mine now, I paid the 4% transfer fee, I'm finished now. What else do you want from me? I'm not going to pay you every year for something. I don't know what service charges are. I'll clean my own doorway. That unfamiliarity with the concept also creates some issues in being able to justify and collect those charges, as well as the fact that some people, not a lot of people, but some people are transitory. They come and go, they have a place here, and so they're not necessarily wed to the location. This impacts the standard of maintenance of buildings, and I think it's something that has to be dealt with. So the combination of these factors can be a potent mix for building safety and liability in Dubai. Construction defects are likely to become major issues in Dubai in the coming years. Prevention, in my opinion, I'm sure you agree with me, is essential. But legal liability is bound to follow. We've already seen some issues, some maintenance issues as well as others. But as time goes on, as buildings age, as mechanical ages, as electrical ages, as civil ages, it's inevitable. It's an engineering reality. That is going to show the defect, and there will be failures here and there. So every emerging market goes through growing pains. The question is how quickly can these issues be resolved? Thank you very much for your time.